for giving this opportunity to collaborate with STEKOM University, Registrar, our Principal Sir, and our Vice Chairman Sir. And then I would like to thank Rector from STEKOM University, Dr. Joseph Sir, and MC Novita and Sari for conducting such a wonderful visiting lecture for benefit of the students of STEKOM University. So we'll start the session now. Today the visiting lecture is about the ethics in artificial intelligence. So we'll start from the introduction of myself, presented by Noorul Hassan, say HOD of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science, Arunai Engineering College, Tiruvannamalai, Tamil Nadu and India. So we'll begin with the ethics. The ethics is derived from the Greek word that is ethos, which means that the way of living. The ethics is a branch of philosophy that is concerned with human contact. So, the more specifically, the behavior of individual in society. It means that the ethics examines the relational justification of our moral judgment, and also it is a study and morally which one is right and which one is wrong and just or unjust. So the role of artificial intelligence is very crucial nowadays. So ethics has to follow while making a thing which is with the help of artificial intelligence or make use of artificial intelligence. So this is also a global issue nowadays. By using various tools of artificial intelligence, they are unwantedly making some irrelevant data and you misusing various platforms. So the role of ethics in artificial intelligence is more crucial nowadays. So we'll start from the artificial intelligence. So basic things. So artificial intelligence is the simulation of human intelligence. So it is a process by the machines, especially the computer system and specific applications of artificial intelligence includes the expert system and then the natural language processing and speech recognition and the machine version. Okay, so when it comes to the artificial intelligence, is referred to the missions or a system to perform the various tasks requiring for the human intelligence, such as where we are using AI in the sense the learning and then reasoning and problem solving. So the brief history and evaluation will be discussed now. The evaluation in the sense that where we come from, the early AI concept from the 1950s and the development of machine language in 80s and 2000s and modern advancement like deep learning and natural language processing will be happens today. So the where we using the where the AI will act as a major role in the sense the voice assistant and then recommendation systems and autonomous vehicles where the three major applications where AI is a crucial one. So intelligence will start from the intelligence. So intelligence in the sense is a straightforward. It means that the behaving or doing the right things, that is intelligence. So it means that a property that individual agent has, it has interact with environment, and then the agent the ability to succeed with respect to some goal. So how we are succeeding with the intelligence, so that is called it as separate term intelligent. When it comes to the mission, we can call it as artificial intelligence. So it is relevant to agent ability to succeed or profit. So the point of intelligence that involve the adaptation, learning, understanding, and then ability to acquire and apply the knowledge and apply the skill and manipulate on the environment. So bias in AI system. So, what is bias? In the sense, it referred in AI that is a systematic favorisms or prejudge in artificial intelligence system. After resulting from biased data, the flawed algorithms or biased decision making process will be used. It can lead to unfair or discriminatory outcomes, especially the agent marginalized group. It means that it can justify whether the agent doing a right thing which comes under the ethical thing. So it means how morality will be followed. So morality and ethics means the ethics are moral principles that governs a person's behavior. So the conduct of an activity as a practical example and an ethical principle is that treat how everyone with respect. And AI ethics is concerned with the important questions like how human developers and manufacturer and operators should be behave in order to minimize the ethical harm. So the harming also a very dangerous one while making any product or project. So how ethically we are following that, and then the AI in the society either rising from the poor design, inappropriate application, and misusing certain platform. So this has to be comes with the morality. That morality has to follow in ethics. So what is the scope of AI? Ethics. It means that what scope will be in future, it comes under the ethics. It means that the scope of AI ethics spans the immediate how and now concern with about for instant data privacy and bias in the current AI system, and near and medium terms in it means that for instant AI robotics on exceeding human equivalent capabilities, and then how it comes with the super intelligence that all governs in the AI ethics. So what impact on the society, that's the major one. So what will be impact that gives to the society? First one is in the labor market, privacy, human rights, and then democracy. So it all impact will be created. So fairness, how fair AI will be? It is a principles that AI system should make the decision that are just, equitable, and avoid the discriminations, especially equally treatment for all the individuals, and regardless of race, the gender equality and other characteristics like AI system used for lending the decision that the loan application based on the financial data without discriminating against the application, because the based on that demographic information. It means that whenever we are supposed to apply for a loan, we no need to go for all other those things which is happened before early stages. Now it all comes with the AI. So your application will be evaluated by the AI whether you are eligible or not. So right person will give the right right things. It means that every deserving personality will give the deserve. That is the fairness and the AI. So, what transparency should be followed? So, the thing is, what transparency have to follow in the AI? So, transparency in the sense, it will be transparent for everyone what technology they used and what is the purpose of that particular thing that involves the making AI system that is understandable and interruptible, so that the user and stakeholder can see how decisions are made and verify the fairness and accuracy of the system. So while making any decision, the first thing we should consider that whether is it the fair decision or else whether it is an accurate one. So ensuring the fairness and ensuring the all those systems. And then that inequality where it occurs. The inequality refers to the phenomena of unequal and unjust resources and opportunity among the members of given society. So, discriminatory inequality will be neglected by showing the transparency in AI. And then, obviously, the freedom of speech also. the freedom of speech and expressing the fundamental right, democratic society. It could be fundamentally that affected with the AI. The AI have been widely touched with the technology, like companies as a solution of the problem such as the hate speech, as well as the more productivity, and also the sentinel analysis of the tool, and then increasingly deployed the tone, the nature of speech in the online and automated things all happening nowadays. So the when it comes to the transparency, it all shown transparently for the stakeholders as well as users. And why the AI transparency is very important. So, moreover, 83% of CX leaders that believes that cyber security and data protections are top priorities. Even though the all are using various platforms, every platform nowadays integrated with AI. Even our Meta like WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, all are nowadays integrated with AI. GPT like a tool will be implemented. We are using the chat GPT, like various platforms also are integrated. So everyone assures that it is a secure one. It comes with the cyber security and data protections, and also the AI, the strategic necessity like 65% and 75% organization believes that lack of transparency would lead the customer. So assume that we are the owner of that particular company, we are hiding information to the customer, no one will be continued with our business partner, like, so we need to give the transparency for the companies, customers, stakeholders, then only customer and stakeholders believe us. So we need to ensure at least 75% of transparency that could lead to the customer charm. So accountability, what accountability has to follow. So the accountability in AI refers to responsibility for the outcomes and impact on AI systems. That includes who is responsible for the decision made and AI, and ensuring that these systems are used ethically, like legal accountability, more accountability, organized accountability that should follows the law and ethical implications and a responsibility for their AI systems. So when it comes to the privacy, it should ensure the privacy policies. The privacy policy should be transparent. So we all having a experience of installing the application from the outside source other than Play Store. In that, they used to ask you that whether you are aware on external source, you are allowing to access the external source that may causes various harms, and also the possible to steal your data, and everything will be transparently shown to the mobile users. Then only the transparency and privacy will be secure for the client data, right? So this has to be followed ethically. And then AI and privacy for the business concern. So when it comes to the business, the data is very important. We are supposed to manage the data of the individuals as well as the business partners, and all data are comes under the privacy, and all should be a secure. It should not contain the security issues. And then bias discrimination, as we discussed in the previous slide, like AI is created for humans only, so which means that it can be susceptible to the bias. So systematic bias may arise a result the data used to the trained system as a result of values that held by the system developers and users, as well as more frequently occurs when machine learning applications are trained on the data that only reflect on certain demographic groups, which reflect the social bias. So it means that what we are trying to convey, which means the all the data which is made for us, which is created by us, AI also created by us, then why don't we hide the data for others? So it has to be transparent, but it should be a secure and it should follow the privacy policy and terms and conditions. So, what is ethical? What is legal? We have a questions like what comes under the ethical part and what will comes under the legal. So, when it comes to the legal, we have to follow the government policies and governments and confidentiality, liability, accuracy and decision making. It all comes with the legal. Then ethical, the more probably the ethical in the sense it is regulation, privacy, migration of bias and transparency and relevance. So security in the sense it will comes to the legal and ethical. And then robots right in the sense legal and ethical, and connective services, accountability, transparency, bias, it all comes with the legal and ethical consideration in AI. So before discussing the autonomous vehicle with the example of how far they follows the ethical policies, so we'll have certain things. Use of natural resources, so how it is connected with nature. AI, how it is connected. So in the sense extraction and collaborating with the soil conditions, and then the graphite to use of various tools and various products for the agricultural, like example like agricultures, and commonly found in the environmental policies, that we has to follow the policy. We should not damage the environment. The AI will likely increase this demand. So existingly supplies the operation which forced to work with the more complex environments, that is a danger for the humans, that has to be neglected. So we need to ensure the human rights as well as human, the way the human will be not affected. This has to be ethical consideration. We need to follow that. So how far the AI will help for the planet, in the sense it could be helps to take a better care on the planet by helping us to manage the waste and pollutions. And then for example the autonomous vehicle, now we comes to the autonomous vehicles that could reduce the greenhouse gas emissions. So while using the autonomous vehicle, the ethics of autonomous vehicle concerns moral, legal implication of self-driving cars. So for example, assume that we are supposed to making a car that has to be self-driving car. We need to follow the ethical principles. So it has sometimes it could be harm for the humans. So while making this autonomous vehicle, we need to follow the ethics. So self-driving cars, particularly, it has to follow all the situations, either driving in a rain or driving in a vast road, driving in a very crucial as well as very populated traffic the area. So wherever the situation will be varies, but it has to follow the situations like ethical policies that has to follow. The vehicle must take the decision based on the environment where we are traveling, how ethical policies are connected with that autonomous vehicle. So safety has to follow. So human safety is very important. Otherwise, we may lose their lives. So ethics will act as a major role in autonomous vehicles to protect the human safety and human lives. And what kinds of safety measures will be taken in the sense? First one is safety ethics. It means that ensuring the autonomous vehicle prioritize for the human safety, and how autonomous vehicles made ethical decision in emergency situations. Assume that in Indonesia, we all hear that from the various sources, like every day some natural disaster which is happening, and then earthquake will be daily happening in Indonesia. In that stage, if I am making any autonomous vehicle, that has to read the environment, that has to think based on the nature as well as any extreme situations, that based on that extreme situation they need to take a decision, right? So my autonomous vehicle, based on my ethical policies, the sorry for the interruption. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, due to some technical issues, the internet was broken.
Okay.
Now having connected, so I will continue with this slide. So these are all the types of safety things which we have to follow while using the autonomous vehicles, like safety ethics, decision making, and liability ethics. So AI and employment. So how AI will plays a role in the employment. The AI and employment ethics revolve around the impact of AI and automation on jobs that include the concern about the job displacement, worker rights, and ensuring that benefits of AI and distributed fairly. So it means that whenever we are implementing AI in the field of employability, it should not pull up or push out the job opportunities of the humans. So their role is to integrate with our society, with our employee only, not supposed to pull out the job of that particular person. So it has to ensure that worker rights and ensuring that benefits of that particular employees, and then the automation of job. Nowadays the everywhere the automation of job is happening because of the AI. So in that also we have to follow the ethics. Based on that ethics, it has to be categorized. So, for example, the AI system that has the autonomous task in the factories might lead a jobless, or raising the ethical concern about that company's responsibility and retain or displace the worker. So nowadays the recession is happening worldwide because of the AI. So the thing is, they are not following the ethics and policies of AI. So everywhere AI have been associated, but ethical policies are not following. In that, question will be arise whether they are following the policies of the ethics and raising the ethical concern. Everywhere we cannot use AI application. Even in exam, we cannot supposed to allow AI application to write. So everywhere AI is not possible, but everywhere we can include the AI. But how ethically we are using, that is the question. So where the AI will be acting a crucial role, that is a military application. So first one is the healthcare, second one is automated weapon surveillance. Obviously nowadays everywhere is AI, it's integrated for surveillance. Then cyber security, nowadays cyber attacks are improved day by day. So whenever we have been integrated with AI, the cyber attacks will be reduced, and AI will find the cyber attacks, where whatever possible in future, and what is happening presently, and how far we can protect. Everything will be associated with AI, and homelanded the security, and then the military application, then autonomous vehicle, then training and simulation, robust on the battlefield. And these things AI are very crucial thing. Nowadays we are using this platform in this particular sector. Then all these sectors where the AI using the ethically, and whether they are following the policies of the ethics, and then whether it is framed in a right manner, that is a question. For example, whenever we are implementing AI in military applications, it is possible for misusing. When someone hack the data, the cyber security will be a question mark. And whenever we are integrated AI in our home, someone will be hacked, someone will be steal our data. So all those things will be in future. We can ensure the ethics in AI. Then how economically, how politically, and how socially they are acting a major role in the sense social and cultural environment of the AI and the human rights. So ensuring the human right is a very important one, and transparency is very first beginning stage. So how transparently we are giving all those things, that ensuring the human right. First one is the production of AI, and the expansion of AI, and utilization of AI, and creating future things. For it means that the creation of AI, that is a technical infrastructure. How expandably we are increasing nowadays, that how economically acting a major role, how politically nowadays, even which is happening in our for example Bangladesh, there is a big political change is happened. In that case, the some of are telling that the AI technology, with the AI technology only, something will be happened. So how far the ethics will be followed there. So some persons misuse the AI for the political purpose. So that one is a question mark, but we don't have the proper evidence to show you. So these are all the news which have been we are studied. So AI will be used by the political parties for doing some political things. So that is also possible. We cannot simply neglect that. It may happen. So we need to ensure that whether they use the policies of ethics. And then ethics of AI in education sector. So this is very important for us mainly. First one is data privacy. Our data has to be secure. For example, the student database, and student details, and student assessment details, and degree, and whatever data we are collected from the outside, from the students, that has to be maintained ethically. We cannot blindly give the data of the particular student to someone else. It is not a ethical thing. We cannot supposed to give that. And fairness, accountability, transparency, all those things also comes with the education. Then AI for climate change. This is a very big deal of the world today. Even world leaders also discussing about that. The climate change is a very crucial thing, very dangerous, which is happening. The climate change is regularly happening. We cannot predict the weather. We cannot predict the temperature. We cannot predict the environment, and we cannot accurately predict or accurately get the data. So here the AI will act as a major role. With the help of artificial intelligence, we can predict the climate changes, carbon emissions, and pollution ground module, energy module, deforestation, and economic module, and the global atmosphere circulations modules, and all those things comes with the climate change. With the help of AI, we can predict it. and also has to follow the ethical principles. Based on the ethical principles only, everything will be has to take in the right place. So it means that we cannot blindly use AI for predicting the climate change for benefit of the people only. We are using AI not because for the companies or not because for the organization AI was implemented. AI only implemented for the humans when it comes to the when it comes to the opposition of the human. We cannot supposed to blindly look AI. So it should follow the policy, it should comes with the ethical principles. So what is ethical principle? As we discussed in the before slides, what ethical principle has to follow? First one is empowering the humans and human control, privacy, security, and safety by the design, and accountability, fairness, and minimizing the bias, the transparency and explainability, and ethical uses. These are all the main principles has to follow in AI. Again, I will repeat that: empowering the humans, human control, privacy, security, and safety by design, transparency, explainability, and ethical use, and then fairness and minimizing of bias, and last one is accountability. So, ethical implications of AI in banking sector. So every sector we have discussed in the previous slides. So major thing is banking sector. So where AI will act a major role, which bank are now implemented the AI. So the first one is HSBC Bank implemented the AI applications by using the AI to detect the fraudulent transactions. So now in real time example, HSBC Bank were taken the action with the AI to detect the fraudulent transactions. So it means that we can ensure that every transaction which is happening in the HSBC are secure. And then what Citibank using that AI platform in the sense to provide the customer service. So every product or every service required the customer support. Nowadays there is no telephoning conversation. It has to be 75%. Nowadays it was reduced. AI bot only giving all the informations from the customer. What the customer asks, that will be within the fraction of second, that will be given by the chatbot by using the AI. So Bank of America that use the AI to underwrite the loans, and Wells Fargo that is a bank that uses the AI to manage the various risk. And what kind of ethical risk has to follow? The first one is what HSBC bank do in the sense the privacy concern, bias, and security and vulnerability. All those things which be surveillance with the help of AI, that policies has to ethically managed by the HSBC. And then City Union Bank, and obviously it uses the privacy concern, bias, and effectiveness and automated the services. And Bank of America does bias regulating the compliance and privacy concern. And Walfago is the privacy concern, the security vulnerabilities, all ethical risk will be considered. That should be ensuring the ethical policies, and also it protects the data of the customer. And then the risk migration strategies, what strategies these banks are make using of this by the help of AI in the sense using anonymity data and conducting the regular audits and implementing the robust security controls, and being the transparent with the customer. We need to communicate with the customer and displaying the data to the customer in the transparent manner, and ensuring that automated services are effective. So whenever we are implementing the automated service, it should be a more effective one, otherwise it should be a namesake. So it has to ensure that whether the services are more effective. And then the AI models and compliance with the regulations, the various complaints will be received from the various end. From that particular complaints, they will take the actions, and then regulating the complaints based on the complaint sectors and the fields, and then more priority, and then using the uh, tools like robot security control tools, they can help us to make the regular audits. These are all the ethical implementation of AI in the banking sector with the real-time examples. So, what is the future of AI in ethics? It means that the future of AI ethics that involving anticipation and addressing the ethical challenges, and then that will arise as AI continues to evaluate and ensuring the AI technology and then benefit to the society do not cause any harm. That ethical AI design that incorporate the ethics and AI from the ground up, and a global collaboration in the sense across the border to the address the AI ethical issues to be taken, and then continuous adaptation. The ethical guidelines has to follow, and AI technologies that envelop with the continuous updations. Thank you. From this, I will conclude my presentation, but I am ready to conversation with you. If you have any questions, you may feel free to ask question, because every discussion only gives the clarification. Am I right? So I'm ready to answer any questions from you. You may feel free to ask. Otherwise, you may drop your questions in my chat box. I'm ready to answer.
Thank
So,
you.
any question from your side?
Yeah, we have question from participant already read in the room chat, sir.
Yeah, right. The one question from the chat box, right? Abdul, am I right? I have been thinking about the ethical implications of artificial intelligence, especially in the decision making. Um, yeah, that create for making fair and unbiased decisions. They are standard for ethical guidelines framework commonly followed in the industry. Yeah, nice question. So, while making any decision from the aspect of the industry person, they are not following the ethical principles. That we have to accept that. But when it comes to the AI system, they have to follow some ethical principles. Obviously, I told that with the real-time example, autonomous vehicle. That autonomous vehicle could also reduce the traffic congestion and recommending the alternate routes and shortest route. These are all the positive factor. But negative factor is there. Whenever we use the autonomous vehicle, it may cause the harm for the humans, because if sensor fails, the vehicle surely cause damage to the humans. And also, if sensor not sensed properly, that may create accidents. So in that case, what ethical principle has to follow? Because even while going for the manufacturing, they know what kind of drawbacks are available in that particular thing. So in that case, these are all the factor have to consider, and also gives the guidelines for the users, and also they have to guide us if in case it go away from the ethical, violating the policies of the ethical, what kind of thing has to do and what kind of thing has to follow to avoid such situations, and how ensure the ethical policies. That's the answer for Abdul. And then second question from the Kiran, am I right?
Yes,
Any
sir.
crucial about the potential ethical dilemmas that arise when AI system used in the sensitive area like healthcare or law enforcement, how developers and organizations addresses the risk of AI making harmful, and there is a process of regularly auditing, assessing the AI system for ethical compliance. Yeah, very good question.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for answering.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
the question from the Kiran, right? So, not only me, everybody addressing that the AI will be playing main role in the healthcare sector. Some kind of interruption. Okay. So the healthcare and agriculture sector and law enforcement sector, the AI will going to play a key role. So in that particular system, we need to focus the sensitive areas. For example, in healthcare, everybody is suggesting that AI will help us for better treatment in the health sector, right? In some cases, even experienced doctors also may not predict the right disease. We all have to agree that even experienced doctor, they may have a 50 years of experience, they may fail to predict the exact disease of the humans. In that case, they may go for various tests. From that, they are making some decision whether the person having some issues in that particular heart or liver, whatever. When it comes to the artificial intelligence, they don't have any experience. From the program or from the human intelligence only AI have been created, right? So in that case, AI will be struggle to take some decisions. That developer has to give some uh, way of predicting and way of following the rules and regulations, and avoid of violating the policies of AI, that has to consider while discriminating the decisions. That that only help us to follow the ethical policies. In case of such thing what I have been told, how ethically this has to follow. These are all the things where we need to focus to ensuring the ethical policies. Otherwise, the risk may be very harmful for the humans. So we cannot blindly accept AI in health sector because the human lives are very important, right? So in that case, we need to regulate, we need to audit, we need to update AI. So even COVID in 2021, there is an COVID-19. Now the COVID variant is varied. If I have been programmed AI only with the samples of COVID-19, in the sense now the varied variations and variant is completely changed, so the treatment will not be same, like variant will be changed. So based on the variant, the AI will be predict the disease, that has to give the treatment. Otherwise blindly AI should give. I don't have privilege to give suggestions for health sector. Otherwise it will be backfire to you. That maybe causes harm for you. That thing we have to ensure. Then only we can follow the policies and we can ensuring the ethical principles there. I hope this answer will be helpful for you. So is there any question from your side?
I guess no one else asking again, sure? Yeah. Before I close this event, for all participants, please open your camera. I will take a picture on the count of three. Okay, one, two, three. Okay, another one, one, two, three. Okay, smile. Thank you. Thank you for your weekend cooperation. Finally, we come to the end of visiting lecture today. We would like to thank you for Professor Noorul for the wonderful information and sharing your knowledge. We hope this information will be beneficial for all participants. At least we hope to have more collaboration in the future with Arunai Engineering College India. The visiting lecture for today and here. We hope to see you soon. Thank you and have a nice day.
Surely it will be happen in future, Novita. I hope so. We'll meet you on Indonesia, and
Yes.
also we meet you, our students. We need to interact with your faculties and with your student in future. We are looking forward in future. Thank you, thank you, thank you
Yeah,
so
I hope
much.
also.
For
Thank
wonderful